Hello there. You've reached my channel, Cosmic Vibrations. This is going to be a general reading for December 2020 for Sagittarius people. So if your rising is in Sagittarius, your sun, moon, or Venus, then this reading is for you. And I'm going to be doing an 11-card Celtic cross spread for you. I'm going to put a link or a timestamp down below in the description box so you can skip straight ahead to the reading if you would like. Otherwise, you can hang out with me here while I shuffle cards. So, I'm going to use the Spiral Tarot for your basic layout, and then I'll probably use the Gaian Tarot for your clarifiers. This reading may or may not resonate for you, because it's directed towards a collective. And we'll just see what comes out for December 2020 for Sagittarius people. I hope you guys are well. Sagittarius, December 2020. Okay, 11 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. All right. Before I begin, I'm going to pick a clarifier for the first card, and then I'll get started. Here, let me move these so you can see them a tiny bit better. I'll be holding them up too. Okay. Okay. Your central card for December 2020 is the Ace of Wands. I'm getting a strong feeling of motivation from this. You're feeling incredibly motivated, or you know what to do, or you know what action to take, or you know what you want. With this, you have number 7, the Canoe. In other decks, this is the Chariot. you feel a very strong sense of purpose, a strong sense of motivation of it's now or never. I'm almost getting impatience, but not quite, but it's a similar feeling. It's urgency. It feels urgent. Or you're just, Ozzy, stop. There's nobody there, but a sense of urgency, or it's now or never, or if you're ever going to take action, now is the time. You can't wait any longer. It seems as though you know exactly what you want, or what your goals are, or where you're trying to go. But this is a brand new beginning, a new path, a new course of action, a new adventure. This is also proving to yourself what you're capable of. Okay? This could be a Cancer. This is a Cancer card. So let's look at this. Your challenge is the Four of Pentacles. So you may still feel tied down by work, responsibilities, things you have to upkeep, things you're responsible for or you feel responsible for. It may be that, no wonder I'm getting the feeling of impatience or frustration here, is you are ready to go. You are ready to move forward. You're ready to start a new cycle. You're ready to be motivated and to take action. But for whatever reasons, you feel tied down or bound to a situation where they're completely at odds with each other. One, you feel trapped, stuck in a state, whether it's a mental state, an emotional state, or a physical state. But this is just a challenge. This isn't stopping you, but I can see why this would be a hard challenge to have. Or it may even be saying that you want to take action on the behalf of people that are in situations like this. I'm getting a strong feeling of activism from this, of wanting to do something about this for others, as well as for yourself. So let me get more information on it, though. Tell me more about this Four of Pentacles. Okay, I need one more. Yeah. You have been wanting to do this for a very long time. This seems like something that matters a great deal to you, that almost feels like a sense of your life's purpose or your life's work, or what you came here to do. You are very concerned about things going on in the world, and you want to help in whatever way you can. You want to make sure that things are healthy, that people are healthy, that people have what they need, that everybody has what they need. But this could even be frustration with the system, or the status quo, or the laws, or how things are actually functioning now. But I'm not getting that this is stopping you, but it is frustrating and it is kind of in the way. But I see you're not the only one that feels this way, and so you may be able to band up with other people on this matter. If I didn't read this in such a broad way, I would say that you're ready to move forward. You're coming out of a cycle where you have felt extremely stuck or isolated or laden down with burdens. But that cycle is ending, and you're about to begin a new cycle where you will be able to do something. You will be able to help. You will be able to receive help if you need it. This feels very environmental to me. Things like human rights, protection of species, nature, food, farming. You're tired of sitting around. You're ready to do something, to begin something new. So, what is helping you, again, is the Chariot. Don't let that stop you. Take that frustration and channel it into action and staying focused on your goal. It seems to me as though you know exactly what you want, or you know exactly what your goals are, or you know exactly where you want to go. This can even be moving from one location to a different location. This can definitely involve travel. This may be relocation. This could be not letting anything get in your way or stop you from what you know is right for you, and to follow your passion. If some of you are involved in relationships and want to know about that, you may have a prominent Cancer in your life that you would like to get things started with. But perhaps one of you is far away, or one of you is in lockdown mode, or having to isolate, or you can't easily reach each other. But you're willing to do the work to either go to where they are, or something about this will be resolved so that you can see each other. Or one of you doesn't feel ready for the relationship because there's just too many responsibilities and things that they have to take care of. They don't really have the time or the energy for a relationship right now, which is frustrating because it seems as though the connection is extremely strong. But I'm ultimately getting more of the first message. You are not confused in any way. Okay. Don't let anything stop you. Stay focused and keep on moving forward no matter what. Trust your instincts on this matter. At your core, with your instincts, you're willing to do the work. You're willing to be patient. You're willing to take things step by step in order to reach an ultimate goal here. It doesn't seem to me, well, it does seem to me that perhaps you don't have as many resources as you would like to get going with this, but you do have enough, and you can always receive help or ask for help or look into things that can help you. But something is slowly progressing and moving forward. It does take patience, but it is growing or is moving forward. I'm getting something in here about farming or in the environment, activism, permaculture, homesteading, farmsteading, protection of nature or species, wanting to learn a new skill. You may be taking it upon yourself to learn something from a teacher, as in you are a mentor. This is the same card, by the way. This is the Explorer of Earth, or otherwise known as the Knight of Pentacles. This is the same card. And you have two Chariots and 2 Knight of Pentacles, so you are moving forward. Things may not be as fast as you would like them, but things are growing and progressing. You may be learning skills, learning methods of doing something that you will be able to carry with you this knowledge for the rest of your life and be able to take this even further in the future. You may be mentoring or in an apprenticeship, or you may be studying, as in you are a student, studying something that matters a great deal to you, that feels as though it's your life's work, or your life's purpose, or something that matters a great deal to you. This can also be a young person, student age, like teenager, early 20s, where you want to instill in the younger generations things like a work ethic, to not give up under difficult circumstances, to be practical and resourceful and utilize what they have in order to make a difference in the world, or to know what their own capacities and talents are. You want to help in whatever way you can. Okay, let me find out more about that. This can also be about studying healing. This is a Virgo card, by the way, which represents healing of all different kinds, whether it's the medical industry, being a nurse or a doctor, or a holistic healer, or an herbalist, or an acupuncturist. There's so many different fields out there for healing. This feels very practical to me, so it seems more earth-based, like massage, herbs, plant medicine, food as medicine, proper farming techniques to make sure that the plants themselves are healthy because you are what you eat, conserving resources and making sure that water is clean. You may be going into learning more about healing modalities or methods, maybe even possibly in the future discovering some new methods or some old methods that seem new, that you can bring back into the world or bring to the attention of the mainstream. Okay. Fascinating stuff. Yeah, because the world badly needs it. You want to help. This could even be going into counseling or going into psychiatric fields. I don't know who is watching this, but this I'm seeing, I never usually see long-term results coming from a specific reading for a month, but for some reason with this reading, I'm seeing things from now into way in the future for someone. So your instincts are that you have been through pain yourself, or sorrow, or depression, or heartache in the past, loss. You have experienced loss. You've seen loss around you. You want to help in whatever way you can, or to do something about this. You don't feel content to just sit around and watch it happen around you in the world when you could be doing something to help. Some of you might be going into being a student in order to learn more about how to help others through grief, as in grief counseling, counseling in general, working with people's emotions, and with their bodies, emotional and physical together. This could be a new method that you come up with through your studies that ends up having life-changing results far into the future that affects other people's lives and how other people understand healing. This seems, again, I'm getting that this is your life path, or this is your purpose. Or you feel very, very strongly about this, and you're no longer content to sit around watching it happen in the world and not do anything. You may have been through situations where you did not have the help that you needed, and you had to face some kind of a deep sorrow all by yourself without much help. And so because you have been through that, and because you know there are plenty of people out there who have to deal with the same thing, you are willing to take the reins and study it, learn more about it, and do something about it. That's pretty powerful. This could even be, let me pick one more on that. This could even be social change. Becoming an advocate. Or a spokesperson on the behalf of others that where their voices are not being heard. Okay, yeah. A guardian of the Sacred Heart. This guardian of fire here is extremely warm, loving, affectionate, and protective. That is exactly what this person needs. This person, to me, right now looks cold and alone and empty, or fighting emptiness, fighting, resisting. It's a word, I'm just having a hard time thinking of it. It's giving up, trying to fight giving up, or hopelessness, helplessness, feeling as though you can't do anything. This person looks very cold, alone, and facing a situation that is very difficult to face. If this person was around, they would warm this person up and help to encourage them to feel better and to become more motivated and more impassioned in having the strength to get through this, whatever it is. And so you want to be this force. You want to be the person to uplift others that are in despair or in sorrow, and to warm up the coldness, to make sure that people are not left behind. And you're willing to do whatever it takes. This gives you more energy and impassions you. And you may want to be this for others because you had an angel or a person that was like this that showed up for you when you were in this state. Or because you didn't have someone come. This could be somebody that you're remembering that was a mentor to you, or somebody that you looked up to that taught you a great deal. Perhaps this person has passed away or is no longer around, but you still remember them and what they taught you. And so you have decided that you absolutely will not give up no matter what the obstacles are. These are major arcana. This is a minor arcana. This can be easily vanquished. So in the past, you have moved away from a painful situation onto much more peaceful waters. I don't know why I'm getting this, but this is reminding me of refugees. I don't know if someone watching is a refugee or someone who has had to escape some kind of chaos that was beyond your control. or to move on to much more peaceful waters. Again, this is a person in a boat, moving away from pain, sorrow, tragedy, difficulty. This person is still processing the grief. This person is still dealing with sorrow. They're following their angel. Their angel is guiding them. Sometimes we don't always have the strength to feel like we can take on the world and fight all opposition. Sometimes we have to surrender to the divine and let it guide us or help us along the way. But both of these are about moving forward and moving away from difficulty and he is taking that oar into his own hands and doing something about it. This person is willing and ready to move away from pain. This can be healing from some kind of grief or sorrow, or pain that someone has inflicted on you, or that simply you've just had to deal with. But this is resolution of conflict and finding peace. So this is where you're coming from, is you have been in transition for a while, I'm getting, from one state to another. Let me pick more on that. People have helped you a great deal, or you have received help, and because you have been extremely grateful for that help, you want to help others. You're recovering from some kind of a shock. You have a great deal of wisdom that you carry from, if you had elders around you that were extremely good to you, extremely loving, taught you everything that they knew, guided you along your way. I don't know who this is for, but I feel like I want to cry. You have been guided this whole time. You have never been completely alone. There may have been moments where you've been completely alone, but you have not always been completely alone. Whether these are relatives, elders in your family, or mentors, teachers, guides, other people that have taught you a great deal of wisdom. They gave you everything that they had because they cared very much about their knowledge being able to be passed on, or for you to feel as though you could do something that to empower you, to teach you what really matters in life, and to not give up on those things. You're recovering from some kind of a huge shock. If this reading resonates for you, then you'll know what that shock is more than me. This could be environmental. It could be a shock from the outside world. It could be an internal shock. But it seems as though you've been putting the pieces back together again, or you've been healing from some kind of a massive catastrophe or a chaotic situation where you weren't really sure if you would survive it or not. But you managed to survive. And you managed to move away from that. And you can't give up now. Okay. Your best possible outcome is rather odd. And so I'm going to pick another one to go with it. Before I explain it, why is this their best possible outcome? there it is. Again. Okay, one more. All right, one more shuffle. There it is. You know exactly what you need to do or what you want. You're just wondering how to go about it, or how can you do this, or how can you get around whatever limitations or limitations that this is. This is another 4. Both of these are 4s. You have a dream, or you know what your purpose is. You know what you want, but you're looking at what's in front of you and you're not sure how to go about it, or how to work with it, or how to bring this into existence. You may be feeling somewhat alone, or unmotivated. No, I'm not getting that. I'm getting more like you're waiting for things to catch up with you on where you're at. Something is there, but you may not see it. Getting yourself out of a lack of motivation and turning it into motivation. Deciding to finally get up out of that chair and just do it. And here's the Ace of Wands again with that. You're about to figure it out. Whatever your issue is, or problem is, or solution you're looking for on how this can be changed, you get it, you receive it. This is a eureka moment where you realize what you need to do, or you realize how to do it. This new beginning can't be ignored any longer. You are extremely motivated, and you're ready to go, and you're ready to just do it. Just do it. With it, you have the 6 of Water, or the 6 of Cups. This is because you can't, I don't know why this is coming out like this. Maybe you feel this way, that it's your responsibility to do this for the loved ones that you've had that have passed away, that are no longer around, and the loved ones that you still have, along with your spirit family and all of your soulmates. Kindred spirits, where all of you have been on a similar path of healing, wanting to help, wanting to heal the environment, other people, wanting to help situations, mend situations, and find peace in situations. Good, kind-hearted people that will do anything it takes to make sure that love stays alive in the world, and that people unite and work together in order to make positive change. This is soulmates in the truest sense of the world, of the word. That it's not just about you, and you know that. That's why you feel so motivated, is you can't give up on this, because this is what you were taught. This is what matters to you. And so the good news here is that you are not on your own with this. You have a whole tribe. These Canadian geese, that's what I'm assuming they are in a flock together. They are not single geese. They're a whole flock. You are not alone in this. The minute you fully realize that, I feel as though whatever blockage this is and this is will fall away. And whatever remnants of this will fall away. And the shock that you are recovering from will be easier to overcome or easier to heal, because you are not facing this alone. You have other kindred spirits that are right on the same page as you that you can work with and work together with. This is true support. This can even be a special person, one special person, where you have a very similar life path, if not the exact same one. But I'm also getting a whole group of people that you find, or that find you, or that you realize is really truly is out there. Let me pick one more on your best possible outcome. Yeah. You will prevail. You will have support. You are honored. You love and respect nature and others who have good hearts. You care very much about the environment and about health and healing. And you have survived things in the past. You've become stronger. You have healed, and now you're ready to do your work and to nurture others in whatever way you can. To honor women too, I'm getting, and children, the environment. There's a lot of emotion in here. There's a lot of emotion in here. Okay, so in the future, you have the Five of Wands. Difficulty, arguments, petty competition, having to fight something, feeling conflicted or having conflict happen around you. So let's see more about that. Why do they have the Five of Wands in the future? There it is again, the same exact card. Tell me more about this. Oh my goodness, look at this. All right, give me a remedy or give me something that they can focus on. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to tell you what I feel. First I'll show you all four, and then I'm going to put them back down and just tell you what I see, because this is a lot of cards to hold up, and they go together. There's the Five of Wands. Same thing, Five of Fire, Five of Wands. Then you have the Ten of Fire, or the Ten of Wands. Look at all that fire. And then you have the Ten of Earth. And then you have a remedy, which I'll show you after I explain this. You Sagittarians are pretty amazing, you know that? Okay. You see things happening around that you... Okay, I'm just going to blurt out what I get, and hopefully this resonates for a bunch of you, or one of you, or whoever this is meant for. You have watched things go on around you this might be for someone who has been in California, but it doesn't have to be. There's been excess fires all over the planet, especially in the US, in California, and recently in Oregon, right? Oregon and Washington. If this is, yeah, you've been watching things accelerate. You've been watching things continue. And you have had some kind of a premonition in the past that something needs to be done about this. And that the cause of it is much, because it's so large, it takes large action to do something about it. Or this could be having to move away from a place because it became too dangerous, or there was too much conflict, or too many riots, or too much fighting, too much disagreements, not enough people working together. And so you've had to walk away. But even though you have walked away for your own sense of self-preservation and needing to find peace, otherwise this could burn you up from the inside out. Sometimes the things that you see around you affect you to such a degree that you feel like you're going to explode. You want to do something about this so bad that the frustration has been killing you. And you realize that your adrenals were going to become completely shot if you didn't calm down or find some semblance of peace. And so you may have gone to a place that is much more quiet, where you can recuperate and let go of the past, or let go of the things that you've seen. This could even be war, or being a veteran, or seeing things that people shouldn't have to see. Seeing people behave towards each other and the environment in ways that people should never be. But this has motivated you. This has motivated in you, and perhaps you found a new understanding of this, where you're ready to transmute, to let go of the things that no longer serve you or hold back your energy or frustrate you, but still to continue the journey and still do what you can. Something has ended out of, and because you have seen this on a grand scale, when you see it on a small scale with human beings around you or situations around you, it re-triggers this back up again. It feels like, honestly, it feels like PTSD, or going into flight or fight mode, because you don't want it to build and accelerate. You want to nip it in the bud while it's still small. Sometimes it's hard to deal with. You may have had to work on anger management because of this, or what to do with your anger, and funneling it or transmuting it in a way where you can use that energy for the greater good, rather than feeling as though you're burning up inside. But ultimately, your remedy for all of this is love. This is the Two of Cups. Love, true love, never dies. Love is the most healing thing in the entire world, the most valuable thing. And you have plenty of it. You have plenty of love. Love cures all wounds. This can be a soulmate, a water sign, a Cancer, or this can be a group of people, or just a feeling of being surrounded by love and you are no longer alone. Or you refuse to leave others alone, to be a good force in the world. to give and receive love unconditionally, to heal, loyalty. That is absolutely amazing. This is a Cancer card, and the Chariot is a Cancer card. Where is he? There's a lot of water in here. You've had some kind of a breakthrough or a very deep emotional rebirth of your sense of purpose and what really truly matters to you in your heart and what you can do about it. That you are not alone in this. It may be time to move on from a past situation that is just not along those lines of healing and love. This is destruction. Okay. You're focusing on family, community, people supporting each other. When people all support each other, everybody has what they need. Enough food, enough shelter, enough money, enough abundance to feed everyone. Family is extremely important to you. You may be remembering people in your family that have passed on, that have taught you a great deal of values. And if you haven't been able to find this lifetime where your actual physical family was not this way, maybe your actual physical family for some of you has been like this. Abusive, violent, angry, confrontational, anger issues. And so you are reforming what this is. Even if you didn't have this, you can still have this, whether it's with friends, kindred spirits, your spirit family, your soulmates, and your community. It's either you have had this or you haven't had this. Regardless, you can have it now. And you're focused on this now. Instead of being a lone warrior, now you have others to back you up and to support you and to have this mutual support all the way around from all angles. If your family has been wounded, they can heal, or you can heal. There may be some new people coming into the family too. This is abundance. So, in your surroundings, you are having to fend off difficult energy. You have it in you to do this, and you have the upper hand or higher ground in the matter. You have plenty of focus to be able to address it, but let me find out more about it. You have to stand up for yourself or maintain your space, maintain the ability to keep on doing what you're doing. you see things in a completely different way. You may have an understanding of things that not very many people have, or a new idea. You have transformed. You have some knowledge that needs to be shared with the world, or a perspective that needs to be shared with the world. This could be writing about it. This could be speaking about it. This could be talking with people about this. Getting it out there so other people can find this information to help them with their own transformations. This has to do with your work. You have been working on this for quite some time, or you're very gung-ho about doing this. This is reminding me of the chariot and the canoe. It's also a 7 of fire. This is actually the same as that. This is the 7 of wands. This is the 7 of wands. In this version, he has to fend off his space in order to maintain what he's doing. In this one, she's simply just focused and knocking things out. Either way, they both have to focus and not be distracted by things around them. Instead, know your own integrity with what you're doing. Whatever tries to interfere will just roll right off or bounce right off of you if you just stay focused on what you're doing and don't allow distractions to upset your routine or your flow. There is something that you're working on that could bring some much needed knowledge or information to others. You may need to speak about this. If you've been keeping some of these things to yourself, you may need to reach out and speak about this or find people to talk to about this. But this is a new knowledge or a new understanding that you can put out there in the world. You've been working really hard, or you've been trying to find work. That could be part of it too, in which case you will find something. Okay. Your fear and your hope are the same thing. You are willing to shed an old skin in order to go towards the new, or go towards your journey. The journey itself is unknown. Who knows exactly what will happen? You just know that it's what you need to do. Something about this involves releasing things from the past where you no longer are carrying these things so strongly with you that they create melancholy. I'm getting a strong feeling of melancholy from this reading. It's hard to describe. It's like grief, melancholy, sorrow, and ultimate joy all in one feeling. It's like wishing that you had not taken certain things for granted, but don't worry about that. Whoever you're thinking of that you miss or that has taught you so much, they would never think of you in those terms, that you didn't appreciate it. You were simply young and learning or going through something. They were more than happy to give you what you needed and to pass things on to you. You don't have to feel sad about it. But the sadness comes from love. It's not the word bittersweet. It's cherishing what you have been given, but it's mixed in with sorrow. You need to let this go to some degree so that you can move on and follow your purpose. Part of this could be fueling your purpose. If I read this in because there's so much water in this reading, if I read this in a romantic sense, I would say that there is someone in the past that you loved a great deal that you have lost. But that doesn't mean that you can't have that again. And you do have that again. Or you can have that again. So Your general outcome is the Hierophant, which in this deck is Chiron, the Wounded Healer. This is your card. This is a Sagittarius card. This is about healing. This is about understanding. This is about knowledge, wisdom. You are a great teacher, and that is because you have had great teachers, whether those teachers were human or life. You carry a great deal of compassion and understanding for pain, and you're able to affect things a great deal. You may affect other people's lives and other people's consciousness without even realizing how deep it can go, with how much you help with your words, your understanding, and your knowledge. Don't take that for granted, because other people don't. And keep up the good work. Some wounds never heal. Chiron had a wound that he could never heal. The only way he was able to truly be released from that pain was simply to die, finally. And he was granted the ability to die because he was immortal. He asked to die, and Jupiter wouldn't let him for a very long time until he fulfilled his purpose. He had to be in pain in order to fulfill his purpose, because he was a healer. You can't heal others without understanding pain yourself. So some wounds heal, some wounds don't heal. Some wounds, the pain lessens, but the pain never completely goes away. And so honor what really, really, truly matters to you. You have the answers that you seek within, if you are even seeking any answers at this time. Just know that you are important. Your path is important. Your understanding is important. And it's up to you to share that wisdom that you have. And if for some reason you feel as though you don't have this, you can find this outside of yourself in the form of other people too. But mainly this is the inner teacher. You have a lot to offer. You need to share the knowledge that you have. Other people need that knowledge. Okay, that was a really intense reading. I almost cried. Wow, I don't know who that was for or how many of you that was for, but hopefully that helped. It feels like a big shift is coming up, where you're starting to feel better, or you're starting to not let the little things stop you from doing what you know you have to do, or being the person that you want to be. Okay? Hopefully that resonated or helped in some way, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.